No. No, 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 no. Not in Botswana. No.
Strength of a nation lies not in its wealth, but in the engagement and empowerment of its people. So, are we really ready to step into our roles as the architects of Botswana's fiscal and economic future? I ask that because Budgetary is not just about numbers. It's about priorities. It's about values and our vision. But for many young people, the budgeting process feels distant, overly complex, and some may even say irrelevant to their lives. Why is that the situation? Why do we feel so distant from issues of development agenda framework? Kang ke mindset. We have prevailing mindsets that hold us back as young people. For instance, there's the concept that a budget is for economists, not for people like us. Ga e le gore wena o dirile home economics budget ga sa gago. Ga e le gore wena o tswa kwa seqaqa event e diragala mo gaborone budget ga sa gago. Ga e le gore wena o ipona o le ko old naledi go iragala something mo government enclave ba bua ka budget wena o mang. Re le banana ra inyatsa. Government decisions are already made. My voice won't change anything. Re le bantsi ra itse ke. Re tla re a wa nya ba setse ba decidile. Mosola gore ke tekeng. Mosola gore ke bue ke eng. So these are the prevailing mindsets. They are limiting us. When we speak about inclusion, we are not counted because we already assume for why government decisions have already been made. Na ga ke tlhaloganye fiscal policy. Since ga ke sa tlhaloganye, it's not my place to engage. These are the prevailing mindsets. When there is a momentous occasion like this, only few participate. Since ke sa tlhaloganye gore ga go tle fiscal policy, so I'm not going to engage. Youth issues are rarely prioritized. So why bother? Youth issues are rarely prioritized. So why bother? So these are narratives that are extremely powerful. But as you can see, they're limiting. They create a mental barrier that excludes us from one of the most important conversations shaping our nation's future. That's why we need a mindset change. One that redefines how we, as the youth, view our role in fiscal policy. Now imagine if we saw the budget not as a government tool, but as a blueprint for our aspirations. Imagine if we viewed fiscal policies as opportunities to address challenges like youth unemployment, access to quality education, social inequalities, and Pato's favorite, even climate crisis. So Ipute, what would it take for us to shift from thinking, this isn't for me, to this is about me and for me? What would it take for us to stop thinking, well, this is not about me? And I say that because even though some people, and even though some people they didn't believe they didn't believe that actual change would happen. So this is my employ to you. What untapped ideas lie within Botswana's youth that could redefine our national budgeting process if only we created more avenues for engagement? What untapped ideas lie within Botswana's youth that could redefine our national budgeting process if only we created more avenues for engagement? Ha re bua ka tirisanyo mmogo, let's reflect. At the Ministry of Education, go na le bana ba sekolo. How do we have an opportunity? How do we create platforms for them le bone ba tseye karolo in this very important thing? We speak about smart bots. Smart bots, every student in senior schools, they have access to laptops. Re na le rural connectivity. What are we doing to ensure that we are winding the conversation to be as inclusive as possible? And it's not just about creating opportunities or more avenues for engagement. It's also about ensuring that there's a readiness program. So we are not just the future, we are the present. Our experiences and perspectives are crucial to shaping policies that address the realities we face every day. However, for this to happen, we must step up and take ownership. This requires breaking free from fixed mindsets. We are too inexperienced. We are too insignificant to make an actual impact. Ubuile. And it wasn't a new say. If not us, who? If not now, when? Understanding the macro-fiscal issues that guide the budgeting process is vital. The budget is not just a collection of numbers. It's a reflection of trade-offs, priorities, and opportunities. We have to ensure that we engage with the reality. And the reality is that there is a lack of representation in key sectors that exclude our voices from transformative projects. What fixed mindsets are holding you back from engaging? And what step can you take today to challenge it? The new administration, they're talking about the first 100 days. What are your first 100 days? To policymakers, let us continue to create spaces where youth voices are not just heard, but actively influence decisions. If anything is to go by, the next one, re batla go bona gore ile phenyo a bua se. Sene sa tswa ha, sa diragala hana, sa hella kana, and at the end, that actual opinion, ke yone e ne le ha. A direct impact from the opinions or ideas to actual implementation and accountability. So I'll leave you with this. As Botswana's youth, we are not the problem. We are the solution. And we should be ready to step into our roles as the architects of a brighter, more inclusive future. But what does that look like? And it looks with us rechencha. So as he eloquently always says, must rechenche. Yeah.
The Botswana that we